Hello, my name is Mayan Shah with RVMax.us, and today I have this 2009 Tiffin Allegro bus model 43 QBP. Now, the 43 QBP interior floor plan is actually a 2010 model. So this has a 2010 interior. It's a bath and a half coach, and it's got a lot of great options and really cool tech specs. So today we're going to talk about those options and tech specs, as well as any flaws that I see, and just great things about the coach. So let's get started. Up front, it has a one-piece panoramic windshield. There are no cracks, no rock chips whatsoever. The glass is perfect. The seals are also in really good condition. They're still tacky, they're sealed up well. A lot of times with coaches that have been sitting in the sun and been exposed to the elements for a long time, they'll show cracks, they'll be dry, they won't be tacky, but these seals are excellent. And this is an area that likes to leak if you don't maintain it. And this one looks really properly maintained. Up top, you can see it does have a spotlight, which is pretty neat. That's just sort of an homage to the older coaches, you know, from the 90s and just the heritage of the Allegro bus model. Now the front does have a few rock chips in the paint, which is to be expected. The coach has about 86,000 miles on it, which is nothing for the chassis and the ISL Cummins that this thing is equipped with, but you're gonna have a few rock chips. It's not too bad actually. The paint's in good shape overall. The face is gonna take the most of the beating. Now it has a 10,000 watt Awning quiet diesel generator. We're going to talk more about that in just a second. Now up here you just have some electrical components for your chassis side, your smart steering wheel. You know, those boxes down there I believe are your smart steering wheel stuff. I could be wrong about that. Now check out the seals. These are some really heavy duty, nice seals on this compartment door. Now up here on the right you have a release for your slide out tray for the generator. Now notice when you close the door, these compartment doors, there's like a whoosh of air. You can feel it. And that just signifies, you know, how well it gets sealed when you close those compartment doors, which is really nice, especially if you're in cold weather. Now the generator has about 2,600 hours on it, which is nothing. You know, I've mentioned earlier or before in our previous videos here at RV Max, we had a older 4Travel that had a 10,000 watt Awning diesel generator. It had 10,000 hours on it, and we've heard of even more hours from other dealer friends of ours. So 2,600 hours is really nothing. When it comes to these diesel engines, generally speaking, it comes down to how well they've been maintained. And this one has been maintained very well. Let me start it up real quick for you. Weather, it fires right up. Now the weather is pretty warm here. It's about 65 degrees, even though it's only 2-3 days after Christmas. By the way, hope you all had a great Christmas here. So I'm gonna turn it off. So not much of a preheat. That's why, I was mentioning the weather there, but the generator sounds great. It just slides back, clicks into place. The paint is excellent. It's got the black painted part of this coach is a metallic black. So if you look closely, there's a little sparkle in it. It's a beautiful black. And the rest of the coach is, it's a different type of metallic. There's a light white speck to the champagne. So in the sunlight, this coach really does sparkle. It looks fantastic. Now you've got aluminum wheels all the way around that are wrapped in Bridgestone tires. This is just electrical control panel for your slide outs. And again, seals look really tight here, but there's no reason to have really heavy duty seals here because this is kind of exposed under there. I mean, there's protection and plastic around it, but this is a compartment. It doesn't really need to be sealed that well. Right here are your coach side batteries. They're on a slide out tray right there. You've also got a disconnect, just a main hard disconnect for your coach side batteries, which is really nice. If you store the coach, I trust these a lot more than the solenoid activated cutoffs, which this does have a 12 volt solenoid activated cutoff as well, but if you're going to store it for a long time, it's not going to be plugged up. It's really nice to have these hard shutoffs. It has one for the chassis side as well. All the compartment doors shut with a feeling of quality. Check, oh, you can really see in this sunlight, you can really see the metallic sparkle in this champagne color. It's gorgeous. We just had the coach buffed as well. Right here, you have your first pass-through storage compartment. Now this has an optional slide-out tray on it, so you just unlock it there. It slides out. So this allows you to put really heavy things in here without breaking your back. Just gonna shut that. Now right here is your second pass-through storage compartment. Now it was an option to have a slide-out tray here too. Personally, now this comes down to personal preference, I prefer having it set up like this, where you have one slide-out tray for super heavy items, and then you have one that does not have the slide-out tray. And the reason I prefer that is because this pass-through storage compartment that does not have the slide-out tray has extra height. So if you have something really annoyingly thick or something, it fits a lot better here. You may need that extra little space. So it's nice to have the slide-out tray as well as a pass-through compartment that has a little more height. You also have your inverter box up here. That looks like a 3,000 watt 3,000 watt inverter box. Looks great. Now Tiffin paints these coaches in a BASF spec paint job. The paint is in excellent condition. It's a great quality paint. As you can tell, we're talking about the metallic, the attention to detail with the metallic and the champagne. And all the paint feels super soft, super glossy, especially since we just got it buffed. Right here's your wet bay compartment. So obviously you have your standard stuff, but it also includes a Sensitank tank monitor system here. You've got an outside shower, water filter system, a soap dispenser, easy access to your water pump. And this is nice. So what you do is you pull it out, and then when you want to go to reel your water hose back in, push the button, reels it back in. And there's a little thing here so it doesn't allow it to over reel. Oh, and check this out, little, paper towel holder. That's nice. Now this is a quad slide coach. Now you see your window awning is out here on the driver's side, which is covered by an aluminum shroud when it's put up, which protects it from the elements and rain, the sunlight, UV, when it's put up, which is really nice. And that is a acrylic window awning. Back here in your rear dually area and tag area. No delamination whatsoever. Now, normally, I would really hope to not see delamination on a coach that is this young, and it's not too old. 10 years isn't too bad for a coach, and the strip walls are perfectly straight. Now this is a side mount radiated ISL 425 8.9 liter Cummins. And this coach does have the PowerGlide chassis, which we'll talk more about later, but PowerGlide is a custom chassis built by Tiffin. So this is fully custom, and think about it, if Tiffin is building their own chassis for the coach, they really have incentive to build a fantastic chassis fit just for this coach. And as I'm sure you know, if you go look, I encourage you to go look on forums of people who own these coaches. The PowerGlide is the chassis you want. As good as the Spartan and Freightliners are, this is nothing against Spartan and Freightliner. It's just always, it tends to be really nice when you have a custom chassis built by the coach manufacturer, because they really know exactly what they want out of the quality of the ride, as well as the compartment space and other components that are going to be fitting into the coach, including the hydronic system that this thing has. So you've got a 10,000 pound towing capacity hitch with multiple different connectors, and you also have your air nozzle with a quick disconnect on it. Now this is a nice thing to already have set up. What this allows you to do is to have a pneumatic air, like a brake buddy system, not a brake buddy system, I forget what it's called, but it allows you to have a pneumatic system to press the brakes if you have a flat tow vehicle back here, which is by far the best way to activate your brakes in a flat tow vehicle. The other systems are okay, they're electrically operated, but they're not nearly as reliable and responsive as the pneumatic ones, which is what this is equipped to set up, to go. Now this has a 3 camera system. You have a camera up on the front of the coach that eliminates your driver's side blind spot. You have another camera on the passenger side coach, and you also have another color camera back here. So we're going to talk more about that in the test drive, but it's an excellent system. Let's go ahead and get up on the roof. I'm going to talk a little bit about the condition and what it's made out of. All right, we're up on the roof now for this coach, and I want to point out that it does come with the optional solar panel package, which means you have a solar panel up here, a control box down in the bottom, which also monitors the amount of charge that the solar panel is providing to your batteries. So that's a nice little thing, especially if you plan on boondocking or dry camping a lot. It's nice to have a little bit of backup charge coming into your coach. Now this coach, of course, has 3 low-profile air conditioner units that double as heat pumps as well. And then, of course, you have the AquaHot hydronic heating system that provides furnace heat. But you can use the heat pumps as long as it's above 40 degrees Fahrenheit. That's the recommended temperature to use heat pumps. Now this is a in-motion satellite dish made by WindGuard. It says Road Trip T4. It says a WindGuard Road Trip T4. It's in motion. Then you have a standard satellite dish right here. The seals look good, and the shrouds for the air conditioner units are in excellent shape. A lot of times, you know, even on a coach that isn't way too old, you'll see, you know, some sun damage on the covers and the shrouds, but this one's showing none of that. Front seal looks good, and if you haven't noticed, it is raining right now. It's a light drizzle, and it's been drizzling for the last 18 hours or so. So this has been a really good test of this coach as far as the leak test goes. I've checked throughout the motorhome. I've opened the slides up. There's no leaks whatsoever. So I kind of wanted to come out here during the rain, you know, just to make sure of that, because we are proud of what we sell. We sell very nice coaches out here at RV Max, and this one is definitely fits right into our standard. All right, let's get back down, and we're gonna watch the rest of the video now, which was taken another day, as I'm sure you'll notice. All right, we're on the passenger side of this coach. Now, again, straight walls, no delamination, paint looks really nice depth to it. Now back here, we have some control boxes for our smart wheel. I think that's the smart wheel coming and communicating back here for the cruise control and stuff. I could be wrong. You also have some solenoids here for your 12-volt disconnect, and this is mainly going to be chassis side control boxes. Now right here we have, it looks like it had a little bit of damage here, and somebody did a terrible job at putting some Bondo on it. So I just texted a picture to our body shop man. He's a really good professional guy. He's gonna come and fix this and paint it and make it look brand new. So don't have to worry about that little damage right there. Right here you just have a little storage compartment as well as drain points for the coach. Now we have gone ahead and winterized the motorhome because it was below freezing the other week. Of course, now it's 65 degrees. Welcome to South Carolina, but I'm very thankful for it. All right, now this is your passenger side view of your dualies, as well as your tag. Again, aluminum wheels, they look fantastic. We just had the wheels polished as well, and they look really, really good. There's a lot of depth to the shine there. I noticed these really nice backward-facing dock lights. There's one on the driver's side as well. This provides a little extra light to help you back into parking spaces or a camp spot, even if it's dark outside. Right here you have some storage as well as an aqua-hot system. That's the hydronic heating system that I was talking about. That is an option on this coach. So that's a nice option to have. Unlimited hot water, almost instantaneously. It takes about 30 seconds to a minute for it to heat up. It also has an electric side as well. This is the passenger side view of your second storage compartment, as well as the ladder extension. Now this coach also has an optional 32-inch flat screen TV out here that is mounted up top in the slide out. So this is a really nice thing to have. It's a smart TV. You got your remote control. This is like an infrared receiver right there. So that's really nice to have out here. Check out the Allegro bus. The condition of that decal is excellent. Passenger side view of your front pass-through storage compartment. And this tray comes out on both sides, of course. You can see how deep it is. Even with the slide out, there's a good bit of depth to it. Locks into place. I'm just going to shut that. By the way, all of the compartment doors, except for your propane, of course, are electronically locked and unlocked. So you have a key that comes with the coach. It is a little it's a little, just a key that has the remote control on it, so you can unlock your door and lock the door as well as all your compartment doors. There's also a button for that inside. So that's a really convenient thing because it's really annoying having to go around, lock and unlock all your compartment doors manually by hand. A lot of coaches have that, especially higher end, but I would like to mention it. This is another little storage compartment here. Goes about 70% through the coach, so it's pretty deep. This is your propane tank here. Now speaking of tanks, this has a 150-gallon fuel tank that you can access from both sides of the coach. So you have an access point right here, and there's an access point on the driver's side as well, so it makes it a little easier to fuel this thing up. Now there are 2 window awnings, both covered in aluminum shrouds, and you also have an electric patio awning with the optional, this was an option on this coach, it's called a solar guard. I believe it's called a solar guard. So you just press the button once again, and it comes out. And that's a see-through, you can see through it still, but what this does is if you're hanging out here and the sun's, going down over there, you can provide that extra shade for you and whoever else is sitting under the patio awning. So that's a really nice, really good upgrade to have on this coach. And it's a lot of times overlooked by manufacturers because when this is extended, it's going to provide sun protection up until the sun's right there. And then basically it's not doing anything. It's just kind of sitting there protecting, I guess, your windows. So that's a nice little thing to have. Now it has an Oasis window awning here. The motor does work. I was pressing it. I believe it does need a little gear, so we've got it strapped in there so nothing bad happens while we drive it. So we're going to have our technician take a look at that and see what we can do about it. But the motor does work. That's the biggest problem those Oasis things have, the door awnings, is the motor goes bad. However, the motor's still good. The coach looks excellent here. Let's go ahead and take a step inside. Check out this massive, super wide double electric step. By the way, that locks over there in place. So even like right now, we're on a hill. So that's a really nice wide step, extra wide entryway as well. Now, one more thing before we go inside, I want to show you a feature this has where you can drop the suspension by pressing a button. Let me go do that real quick. Makes it really easy to get in and out of the coach because that's basically on the ground. That's really nice. And even with the coach off, if you press suspension up, it'll take what reserve pressure it has and try to inflate the bags. It doesn't completely inflate it with the engine off. Obviously the compressor's not running any more pressure, but it will do what it can, which is kind of nice considering the engine's not on. So that's a really cool feature. All right, we're on the interior of this coach now, and you will notice that it has full tile all the way up into the first bathroom and into the bedroom, where we've replaced the carpet with a laminated waterproof flooring, and then back in the master bathroom it's back to tile. So all of the flooring throughout the coach is a hard surface that's very easy to clean and looks beautiful. We've also replaced the carpet on the slide out. This cost us about $2,500 to do. We replaced the carpet there with this laminated waterproof hardwood looking floor, and our guys did a professional, beautiful job. It's got a great looking lip on it. And the quarter round is gorgeous. So that's a huge upgrade that really sets this coach apart, as well as some other options that I'm going to talk about, like this stainless fridge over here that's a household. So let's get started. Over here, you have a nice, really plush recliner. That is not a Euro recliner. Well, it may be a Euro recliner. I'm not a furniture guy, but it looks slightly different. It looks a lot more plush than the Euro recliners, and it's very comfortable because I actually sat there and took some pictures of the interior. And over here, we have a couch, and I believe, yep, it is an air mattress pull-out couch. And up here, we have, where I have my camera bag hidden stealthily, we have the pump. So what you do is you put the pump on, fills it up to the point you want. And this is actually the best type of RV fold-out bed. The spring kinds are worthless after about 2 years, and the springs are shot. So this is a great little add-on here. Check out the condition of this. It's like a pleather material. It's excellent. A lot of lower end coaches, which I will not name, a lot of newer lower end coaches have this pleather material that just gets destroyed after a few years of being used. And this one looks brand new. In fact, all of the materials, all of the upholstery throughout the coach looks brand new. It's in excellent condition. Now over here I have the co-pilot chair swiveled around. This one also swivels, but I don't have it swiveled right now because I'm going to talk about the cockpit later. So let's see, where there's a button. There it is. Just press the button and you actually have 2 recliners in the living room area. Now check out the condition of this. And if you watch my test drive video, I talk about how comfortable these chairs are. And you can tell just by looking at them. They're really plush. They're about a medium firmness. And the condition is excellent. They feel amazing. They're really wide. And they are heated as well. Both of them have heated seat options. Now we've got, it looks like a 32-inch TV up front. It also has a TV in the middle of the coach, which I like really. I like this a lot because it allows you to sit in different areas of the coach and be able to watch TV comfortably, or a movie, whatever you decide to watch. Now this looks to be either in 2009, 2010, being that this is a 2010 floor plan coach, they have honey glaze, and then they have cherry wood and cherry bark and a few others. I believe this is cherry wood. It's a gorgeous wood color stain. And you see all the designs up here, super nice, very simple. There's nothing super crazy going on, and I actually really like that. You've got this simple but elegant looking piece up here. It looks like a little tray in the ceiling. It's a beautiful wood piece that's also stained in that cherry color. And even the fantastic fan vent cover is that cherry color. It's a gorgeous piece right there. It doesn't look just like a hole in the ceiling. They've done something with it that makes it look good. Now in the kitchen area, you have this gorgeous Korean countertop. Check out that backsplash. Really tall backsplash with these beautiful little granite inserts and this granite piece here that look great. And there's also a lip that goes along and then continues the backsplash here. And what this does, if you spill some water, it's not going to hit your wall, which is really nice. You have a dual stainless sink here with these Korean piece inserts. These are huge, huge, deep sinks. You also have a soap dispenser here, extendable, to clean your dishes and things. Right here we have a dual high output gas stove, and you can tell it's a fancy stove because it's in cursive and I can't even read the brand. It says, oh, it's a Princess. Okay, that's a really high-end stove here. High output, huge. I mean, this is the size of a home. This looks like a chef's dual burner right here. It looks really nice. And I know we all think we're chefs, but it looks like a professional chef, not an amateur chef stove. Now right here, you just untwist the, oops, pulled the wrong one. You untwist the little latch, you pull it out, and you have a Korean covered extension. Now you also have storage compartments in here. They're really deep, very deep storage compartments. This is all real wood, by the way, no press wood. Even, I mean, obviously all this is real wood, but I'm talking about the actual compartment in here. This is real wood. A lot of times you'll see manufacturers cheap out on the inside parts that you don't see, but Tiffin, as I'm sure you know, built in Red Bay, Alabama, is a very high quality coach. This thing has Bob Tiffin's signature as far as the quality goes. This is a huge, very nice coach. Just gonna put that back in. It clicks into place, so there's resistance. It's not gonna fly out, but there's an extra lock. Now you also have an optional dishwasher drawer here. See, it automatically turns on when you open it up. This is a nice option right here. And it clicks back into place. It's a Fisher & Paykel, which is a really high-end brand. Now we have a convection microwave oven made by Sharp. Another really high-end appliance here, finished in stainless, brushed stainless steel. Now here's that mid TV. By the way, check out how gorgeous this piece is over here. I like how Tiffin is known for their quality. And look at this. There's a beautiful piece of wood back here, but you can barely see it because it's covered with the slide out. But I love how they decided to go ahead and finish that, even though it's barely going to be noticed. And that's just a little very small testament to their acknowledgement of quality. Just a piece that you barely even look at that's still finished in this gorgeous material, gorgeous wood inserts. Now we have our mid TV, Panasonic. Again, Korean covering this piece here. Get some storage down in the bottom. Very nice. That's glass. And And oh, there are lights in here too. That's pretty cool. I forgot about these lights. There's a switch there. Check that out. That's beautiful. So you can have some great looking, vases up here, or anything else you'd like to show off. Maybe a little model ship. It'll look great, especially with the lights hitting it right there. Now this is another option right here. This is a household stainless steel refrigerator made by Maytag. This is about the size of my house refrigerator, so it's a huge refrigerator. Really nice upgrade, really nice option to have. All magnetics, little resistance bars. Great little pull-out freezer, and it's ice cold. Hasn't been running for very long at all, which is another reason you want one of these. They get cool very quickly. Now this is the dining area right here. Though this extends, we have the 2 extra fold-out chairs. They're stowed away right now. What you do is you just pull it out. There's a little bit of resistance, and that's it. Very simple. All you do is pull it out. And then push it back in. And it clicks in, so it's not going anywhere. Beautiful little dining area. Again, take a look at the woodwork. It's in excellent condition, and you also have these great trim pieces up along the coach. So when you're sitting back and just taking a look at the coach, you have these beautiful lines of wood going down, and then you have this gorgeous tray piece. It's really, the reason we do these videos is because pictures are worth 1,000 words. Videos are probably worth 1,000,000. But being in person is priceless. So we're trying to get as close as possible, but being in person, the coach is absolutely elegant. It looks really nice in here. Really subtle but beautiful. By the way, MCD technology, full electric window shades day and night for up here in the living room and for the cockpit area. So watch this. I'm going to select all day, and then I'm going to press down. So now all of these will come down. Electric, electric. See that? This one's getting a little hung up on something. There we go. That's great. Now watch here. We're going to do the all night. There's the night shades coming down. Now the controls for the cockpit area are different. They're up there. But this control unit is for most of the living room area. Let's see, that one did not want to come down. I may have to individually grab it. There we go. Sometimes you have to play with them a little bit. But it's a very nice technology to have, and that's probably about a $1,500 upgrade. These are really not cheap systems to have. Let's take a step back here. Now to your left, we have our first half bathroom. We have the toilet area here. Beautiful Corian sink. That's a porcelain toilet. Nice woodwork and cabinetry back there. Again, the fantastic fan vent is covered with wood. You can see in the mirror where I'm pointing to. Nice little vanity, cabinet space back behind there. You have the original model and stuff here. 43 QGP, PowerGlide. Yeah, so the PowerGlide system is really great. Look at this backsplash. It's a gorgeous backsplash in here. Electric, fantastic fan vent, of course. All right, and across the hallway, this is an optional stacked washer-dryer setup. So you get the dryer up here, washer down here. That's a big option because you can either option have this as nothing or a combo, but the stacked is the most expensive and probably the best setup if you really want to go for long-distance traveling. Now back here in the bedroom area, we have this massive king bed, which really looks big in a motorhome. Gorgeous little wood piece back there and headboard. Lots of map lights. I mean, or not map lights, you'd be reading lights back here, but up front they'd be called map lights. Lots of storage up above. Beautiful, elegant trim pieces around your windows. All the windows have that. And my favorite window trim pieces are these. Check this out. So you have that elegant looking design here, and then you have the wood and this beautiful trim piece in the middle. This is beautiful. That looks like a lot of work. It's an intricate wood design there. Lots of countertop space here. You have another Panasonic 32-inch TV in the back. And you can notice our where we replaced the floor. So we took out the carpet here, like I mentioned earlier. Put this waterproof flooring down. And the waterproof flooring is great. And it's not just waterproof as in you can dip the entire plank into water and it won't do anything with, obviously you can. They interlock and they lock into each other, which will really inhibit any liquids from getting down into your subframe floor. By the way, the subframe floor is a tubular aluminum subframe floor. Then there's a, under that there is a moisture guard. It's like a layer of fabric that doesn't allow moisture through. Above that we have some insulation. Then above that we have some wood. They call it something special, but it's just a wood. And then we have the actual, we have here the tile and then this engineered floor here. All the sidewalls are tubular aluminum as well, so you have a lot of crash protection in this coach. You've got a steel cockpit cage up front for extra protection. Now this is one of the best reasons for getting this interior floor plan is the double vanity and this beautiful spacious master bathroom back here. So check out the wood pieces. We got this gorgeous wood piece, 4 LED lights. By the way, all the lights in here, or nearly all of the lights in this coach, are LEDs. So that's a huge plus. You have a porcelain toilet with a push button start, of course, to flush. Shower area. Very spacious shower. Gorgeous sunlight up there, by the way. That is a see-through sunlight, which I really like. So if you're in the trees camping somewhere, you can see straight up and it's extremely peaceful to be taking a shower. And if you want to block it out, you pull this and it blocks it completely. So I really like that. That's a minor detail that I really like personally. Now right here we have our wardrobe space. So cedar lined, and check out the wood up there. It's still got that continued wood trim piece that's from the living room and from the bedroom area, continued even in the wardrobe. Some electronics, control units over there. Free hangers to go with the coach. We won't charge a dime extra for those free hangers. Accessible from both sides. So really spacious back here. And this double vanity is gorgeous. It looks something straight out of a 5-star hotel. Again, finished in tile. By the way, this is all, you have to, obviously have to step up into the master bathroom because they have to put it a little higher since you have the engine down under there. However, it's all a singular flat plane surface here. A lot of coaches I've seen with the master bathroom, they'll have one level slightly different than another, which can be a little annoying and trip you up. So this is all one level here. That's nice, minor little detail. Super spacious bedroom. This coach is will legitimately make you forget that it's a 43, not a 45. It feels like a 45 in here because it doesn't feel like they really sacrifice much space up in here. It doesn't feel like they sacrifice much space in the bedroom because the bedroom is extra spacious. The slides are huge. It's a beautiful 7-foot tall ceilings, gorgeous woodwork. Throughout the coach is super nice. And by the way, hydronic heating system, the controls are right here. I want to show you the controls. It has a few other cool things here as well. So this coach also has that optional solar panel I talked about. You got the control unit for that right there. So right here, there's the, you have your Xantrex. This is for your inverter system. Right here is where your aqua-hot system is. And by the way, in-motion satellite dish control. So you have the diesel burner, electric element, and then it has a block heater. Well, they call it engine preheat. So you can use your aqua-hot system to heat up your engine if you happen to be in a super cold place like Alaska or something. That's a nice little upgrade to have. So, beautiful coach. Check out the LED lights, super bright in here. And I think that'll conclude the interior video. I've gone over everything. I want to continue talking because I feel like I haven't conveyed how gorgeous and how the quality feel of being in this coach is, but hopefully you get an idea of what that's like. And you know, if you're aware of Tiffin, I really don't have to say too much besides show you a few pictures. So anyways, I'm glad you enjoyed the interior video. Let's get started on the cockpit, and then we're going to go drive it, and I'm going to give you my feedback on how this coach drives. All right, I'm going to go over the controls I have at my fingertips here in the cockpit. So it does have a pneumatic air slide control for to cover the entrance steps. So that switch is right, let's see, where is it? Somewhere over here. Step cover right there. So click that button. Step cover closes, as you can hear. Now we have an HWH computerized leveling system. So this coach is equipped with hydraulic jacks. And they're automatic too. If you want to manually do them, you can. You can also press the automatic button and it'll just do it itself. It has a Allison 6-speed transmission, push button. You've got power visors over here, extra ventilation fans, so defrost fans essentially, or you can have them blow on you if you want. Visors, air horn, turn it off and on. Your pedals are adjustable, so you can bring them in and out. So that's really nice because everyone doesn't have the same size legs. You have your engine brake control, 2-stage, low, high, and off. Electric window. And it's actually really cool. It doesn't go up and down. It's a huge window, and it's electric. It's actually really neat. One of the only ones I've seen that work that way. Really like that. And over here we have our generator control. It's got heated mirrors, and it's also got a spotlight. So let me turn off the headlights and show you what that spotlight looks like. So set that there. And it works. That's really cool. These are the most fun things to play with. Turn it off. All right, let me show you the steering wheel first. So on my right, I have some controls for the windshield wipers, as well as I can flash my taillights. On the left, I can flash my headlights, and I have cruise control controls. Check out that Tiffin badge. Set this right here, and I'm gonna fire the coach up and show you what it's like to fire it up from inside. Turn the headlights on. It's going to say low air, so that's why it's going to be screaming at me. There it is, fires right up. Super quiet, very little vibrations. ISL is a smooth engine. Combine that with the fact that this is a PowerGlide chassis, and you're set up for a butter smooth ride. So again, it's screaming at me because low air. That's what that is, low air. I have the bags dumped right now because we're sitting here with the slides out and everything. Another neat and small thing, I hope you can really, I'm going to try to focus the camera, I hope you can see this right there. So that's the fuel gauge, and it's got a separate little gauge for the generator. So it shows exactly when it will stop sending fuel to the generator to conserve fuel. As you know, I'm sure you know, most coaches stop sending fuel around quarter tank, but it's really nice to know exactly when you need to fuel up your coach, because you don't want to run your generator out of fuel, because it's really annoying having to start them back up after that. I'm going to slide over here. Standard stuff. You got a upgraded Panasonic touchscreen GPS system. It's got Bluetooth in it, things like that. I think it's got Bluetooth. Navigation. That's an upgrade right there. That's an option. So I'm going to power on that camera system. So right now it's showing the rear, and it's going to show me the passenger side, then the driver's side, and then back to the rear. Basically, it does that when you first turn on to show, hey, we have 3 cameras. Now that you know that, we'll go to the rear camera. And then when you can manually change which camera it rests on, but then when you indicate it goes left, it goes right. And it's kind of dark outside, so I apologize for that. You have 2 power outlets right there, and there's another one for the passenger. I have the step cover covered up, so let me pull that in and show you. That's really nice. By the way, look at the glowing handle. Isn't that cool? Handle's glowing. Outside handle glows as well, which is really neat. I like that. All right, let's hit the road. All right, we're getting on the highway now in this 2009 Tiffin Allegro bus. I'm just gonna set my armrests. By the way, these chairs up here for the driver and passenger are extremely plush and extremely comfortable. They just kind of let you soak in them, and kind of they fit around you. They're really fantastic seats. Now you see, as I indicate, it lights up my driver's side camera because I'm indicating to the left, the driver's side of the coach. Now that 425 ISL has plenty of power, and this is going to be my first road test of this PowerGlide chassis. I'm going to turn cruise control on. It's got an 18-inch diameter smart steering wheel, has a Tiffin badge in the center. We're cruising about 70 miles an hour here. I'm going to set cruise, Take my foot off the throttle. This coach drives excellently. It has the feeling of a tank. It feels very heavy. It feels very planted. It doesn't feel like it's affected at all by wind. Obviously, every coach ever is going to be affected by wind, but this one feels like it's really set. Now, the PowerGlide chassis weighs about 3,000 pounds more than the Spartan or Freightliner chassis option. So this thing weighs about, I think the GCWR is about 49,000 pounds, whereas the Spartans and the Freightliners are about 46,000 pounds. Or 45, or no, it's 44,600 pounds. So it's a good 5,000 pounds heavier. And this chassis feels excellent. It's just sticking to the road. I'm not having to make too many corrections. It's very quiet in here. The road noise is excellent. I don't hear the tires at all. I just hear some wind noise. This is definitely quieter than average. Much quieter than the American Coach lineups. American Coach sometimes has a little more road noise. Maybe it's just our 07 Eagle. I've driven our 07 Eagle a couple thousand miles. We've got a 45R. And this one drives really, really well. There's no pull to the left or right whatsoever. The power is superb. It's got a dual stage exhaust brake. So I've got a high setting and a low setting on my exhaust brake. I've got electric visors up here. This handles the road really well. I just went around an exit corner with cruise control still stuck at 65, and there was very minimal sway. I guess that's one of the many benefits of having an airbag chassis. Got the exhaust brake engaged on high. Now I noticed the exhaust brake has a lot more braking power at higher speeds, because at lower speeds it's a little weaker, which is just fine. I suppose that's when you really want the, hard exhaust brake, is when you're at high speeds. So that was really nice having that kick in. The coach is really planted. And to really understand and grasp how the coach drives, you really have to drive it to understand it. It's hard for me to convey 100%, how the coach drives, how it feels. I'm just trying my best, and it's all relative. It is all relative. So this is relative to other coaches. This is I would say this is a 9 out of 10, excluding Prevos. I really haven't driven many diesel pushers that are tag axles that feel better than this. So this is a 8.5, 9 out of 10 driving experience. This is a fantastic chassis. Great power. Great power. On paper, sometimes you would, one would think, gosh, maybe, I'd like to have that 500 Cummins. And I thought the same, but this 425 feels great. And I know the 425, the ISLs, which some people call the sweetheart of Cummins, this will get better gas mileage than the 10.9 ISM Cummins. And this thing has plenty of power for it. It's a 43-footer. I think that's why I kind of forget, it weighs a little less than the 45s. Oh, the steering feels great. I believe it's got a 50-degree steering radius. I could be wrong on that. That could be more a 55-degree, but the power is plentiful. And it's a side mount radiated coach. You got that easy access in the back. Reliable 8.9 liter, good gas mileage, just a great motor. By the way, the temperature, and I've been driving it for the last 30 minutes, has not even gotten up to normal. It's just chilling right about at a quarter. So the cooling system is excellent. That side mount radiated setup. Look at this, we're going up a hill. I'm already at 65 miles an hour. And it's pulling hard up a hill. We're at 70 miles an hour now. 72 miles an hour. It's got plenty of power. It almost feels like a 450. It could be a 450, honestly. I've been saying 425, and that's an assumption. But plenty of power coming from this 8.9. Excellent driving, PowerGlide chassis. I encourage you to go look at other people's forums, because I know it may be hard for some to swallow a 20-year-old telling you that the PowerGlide chassis you know, is a 9 out of 10 comparatively, but I've driven hundreds of tag axle coaches, and I feel confident when I tell you that this is one of the best driving chassis coaches I've driven on a tag axle. It's really planted. It feels heavy. It's you know, it's a confident chassis. I fly around these corners with no problem, barely any sway. It's an excellent driving coach. So anyways, that will conclude our video here for this coach. All around with the hydronic system that it's got all kinds of really nice features. The upgraded flooring that we put in it, the bath and a half setup, the 2010 QBP. You know, in my opinion, the best floor plan you can get on this coach, with a beautiful double vanity in the master bathroom. This is a gorgeous coach all around. So if you have any more questions about it, or would like to schedule an appointment to come take a look at it and meet me and my dad in person, please call or text 864-404-0054. And thank you so much for watching. Check out our description if you want to see that phone number, you know, in writing instead of having to slow the video down to hear me saying it. So thank you so much for watching. If you want to keep an eye on our channel and get notifications anytime we get a new coach in and get a new video in, just hit I think you have to subscribe and then press notifications. So, and I'm not saying, obviously I'm kind of promoting our channel, but we've had numerous people text us who miss deals, they miss coaches they really wanted, and this is just me giving you a tip on how to keep an eye on our Class A diesels and our coaches in general, because we get in trade-ins, we get in coaches that are from individuals that are really nice. We go ahead and fix anything we deem necessary to fix. We put those upgraded floors in, and we're proud of our coaches. These are really nice motorhomes we sell. So anyways, that's that. Thank you so much for watching.